Hello everyone. If you have watched some older videos or seen some of my comments or talked with me on Discord, you might have heard that I was building a Steelix mantine team because I've been wanting to use Steelix for a while because it's one of the Pokemon with sturdy, which means that it's good for longer streaks because you're immune to Oko moves. However, we're weak to Earthquake, which a lot of Oko Pokemon have. We're weak to Surf, which a lot of Oko Pokemon have. We're not great into Ice Beam, which a lot of Oko Pokemon have. So that's why I've never used, or not really used, Steelix. So I was building Mantine Steelix because we're immune to Earthquake with Mantine. We have Water Absorb for the Surf. We have 140 base special defense, so we can tank the Ice Beams. So I figured that would be a pretty good combination. Also because when Water Absorb activates, the AI isn't going to use Surf again. So then we can switch back into the Steelix on a potential Oko move to waste PP, and then we switch back because the AI sees I'm sturdy, so it can't use an Oko move anymore. And I switch back in on a Surf or an Earthquake, and I'm immune. So that seemed like a really good combination. However, I wasn't sure about the last Pokemon. And I'm still not sure because we're actually using a slightly different team. I was thinking, well, maybe I want a Sweeper, or maybe I want another defensive Pokemon like the Dusclops I've really been enjoying using. And then I was thinking, it would be really nice for Dusclops if there's an Intimidate Pokemon who can be a setup Sweeper and has Intimidate. It's Gyarados, so we don't have Mantine anymore. We are back to Steelix Gyarados, which I actually used to get the gold medal in Soul Silver Tower before I started doing Gen 3. And it's actually one of my favorite defensive cores because they cover each other's weaknesses perfectly, and together they resist every type except for grass and ice, which is quite impressive. And we get Intimidate as well, which is just so good to reduce damage. So yeah, we have max HP, max special defense with an Adamant Nature, Gyarados with Hidden Power Flying, Earthquake, Dragon Dance and Rest. We have max HP, max special defense with a plus defense nature, Steelix with Protect, Torment, Toxic and Rest. Originally this was Earthquake when I still had Mantine, but I just decided to change it to Toxic now, so we can hit Zapdos. And Toxic just takes out a lot more Pokemon than Earthquake does, and we have Earthquake on the Gyarados as well. And then last we have my favorite Dusclops set in Protect, Substitute, Rest, Curse with the leftovers. So we have triple Rest. Gyarados has the Lum Berry. We also have a max HP, max special defense, and a plus special defense nature in Calm. So a lot of defensive stats. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really optimized the EV spreads. And I'm not completely sure what the team is gonna struggle with. Oh wait. This is the wrong Steelix. This is for level 50. I'm gonna have to change that. Good thing I caught that before I went in. Yeah, we still... The level 50 streak is still for Moltres only at the moment, so we're going into the open level. And at open level, Pokemon are slightly bulkier, so it's kind of nice for this bulky team. Of course, we can run into Tyranitar, and Sand is going to be annoying. But we have a lot of recovery, so hopefully we'll be fine. And for now, I'm leading with Gyarados, just so we start off with an Intimidate. If it's something Gyarados can't handle, Steelix and Dusclops should be able to switch into everything together. And while we won't be able to handle Oko Pokemon quite as well as with Mantine, we do have Pressure, which is the second best ability for dealing with Oko moves, just because it's only 5 PP. And there's a high chance to miss. We have Protect as well. So there's a very high chance we'll be fine. And in the future, maybe I'll simply use the same team, except it's Mantine and Steelix gets Earthquake back. Or maybe I'll change something else as well. I'm not sure yet. But for now it's gonna be this team, so I'm gonna go level up this Steelix and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And we now have a level 100 Steelix as well. I grabbed an older Steelix from a different team and I didn't realize it was level 50. So yeah, we're open level. We're next. If we win this round, the next round will be gold. So we'll get to beat Annabelle, maybe. Hopefully, if we don't lose. Let's see how it goes. So I've used Gyarados and Steelix together for quite a while, but not really much in the Frontier, like never in Emerald so far. I did, like I mentioned, I used it to get gold in Soul Silver, but I've mostly just used it for some challenge runs and like difficult battles against AI. But nothing that I've recorded before. Okay, a Meganium. I missed which gentleman this was. Wonder if I have to be afraid of Meganium. I know it can have ancient power. And it could of course be Meganium 2. Let's see. Okay. Depending on which one this is, it's either the ancient power one or it's Flail Endure. Let's see. If it has ancient power, it's gonna go for ancient power. If it doesn't have ancient power, it's probably gonna go for Giga Drain. I don't really want to switch into a Giga Drain with Steelix, so I'll just go into Dusclops here. It's ancient power. Okay. And we get the Omni Boost. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it was intimidated, so that's nice. Of course, does boost its special attack. That's not that big of a deal. Let's just go for a Protect. Might be Giga Drain now. Earthquake. Interesting. I should start taking notes. Oh. Meganium with Bright Powder. Ancient Power to Earthquake to Giga Drain and Body Slam. So this is very easily walled by both Dusclops and Steelix, at least once it runs out of Giga Drain. Should I just switch back? It's gonna Earthquake anyway. If it Giga Drains, that's fine. There's a Giga Drain. That does hurt a bit. Let's see, it should go for another Ancient Power. I'm not sure if I want to go into the Steelix. I think I might just want to go into Dusclops. No Omni Boost. Okay, Giga Drain. Only 2 left. And now it's out of Giga Drains. No more special attacks. Maybe we can get the last Ancient Power. No, it's probably gonna be Earthquake. Yeah, it is. Which means I should probably switch between Gyarados and Steelix at this point. Okay. I get outplayed. Gets another Omni Boost, of course. Now it can only go for Body Slam. Now it will always go for the Earthquake. We just stall this out. I'm gonna look up how much PP does Body Slam have. $15. I will keep going until it struggles. That's not really necessary, probably. Because with this many Intimidates, we can probably just set up with the Gyarados. However, we could get paralyzed and then combine that with a crit or something and multiple can't moves. Like fully paralyzed turns and we lose the Gyarados. So we're just playing it safe. And we're also slowly healing the Dusclops. And I kind of had a similar strategy in Soul Silver. But there, in Gen 4 you get Curse on the Steelix. Steelix does not learn Curse in Gen 3. So I had the potential to set up with the Steelix. I had the potential to set up with the Gyarados. And I also had a Blissey with Calm Mind. So I had triple setup, but also triple bulky Pokemon. Okay, I'm not sure if there's one more Earthquake left. Or if it ran out. Okay, it ran out. And I think that was the last Body Slam, so now it should be struggling. There, struggle. We take no damage. We get outsped because of Omni boosts. And we also have no speed investment. Don't know how much a crit struggle would do. I want to wait with rest as long as possible because we have a Lum Berry. But I also don't want to die to a crit. Let's say Meganium. Struggle. With a crit. Does about 108. So we can set up fully. Unless it crits now. It doesn't. Go for the rest, and then we can most likely sweep. Took a little while to set this up. Oh, Bright Powder. No sweep. A worst case scenario, we have Curse and Curse doesn't check accuracy. Which is why I love the move, Ghost Curse. One down. Next Pokemon, Quick Claw, of course. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, no Quick Claw. We definitely one shot. We get a crit as well. I went Adamant because we just have such a high attack stat. And a Rapidash. Like you get such a big boost. The same with the Steelix. I don't have any defense investment, but I do have a plus defense nature because you just increase your stat by so much. And then especially in this Gyarados where we're also boosting. Like it makes a big difference. However, we will still struggle to two-shot a Skarmory. It's a roll not in our favor. Shedinja. What does Shedinja do? I know it gets, I think, Grudge. Yeah, it does get Grudge. I think this one actually outspeeds me. Because it's max speed and I have no speed. I can of course one-shot with Hidden Power Flying. I would set up on this, except that it's Confuse Ray, so it's not great hitting myself in confusion while I have attack boosts. Let's see, Steelix definitely walls this. Probably just go to Steelix. On the Confuse Ray. I guess I could have gone for one Dragon Dance and I probably outspeed. And a one shot. I have Lum Berry. Special defense drop. Are there any bug types with special moves? I guess there's Venomoth. Parasect also has Giga Drain, I guess. Take some big damage from this max attack Shedinja. They're gonna miss when we get the move. No, we didn't. And that's one Pokemon down. Armaldo. I'm gonna guess this has Earthquake. It could be Swords Dance, which would be bad. Let's see. I could curse it. Could also be Choice Band. If it's Swords Dance, it's actually dangerous for us. Let's see. Curse is the most reliable option. For sure. But I'll probably lose the Dusclops. I'd like to keep the Dusclops. Should do a damage calc. At +1, Rock Slide kills Gyarados. I'm gonna go into Dusclops. Let's see how much damage this does. A lot. Is this Choice Band Earthquake amounts of damage? It might be. I'm gonna guess yes. Another Earthquake. We heal a bit with leftovers. Intimidate, it should keep going for Earthquakes. But we live -1 Rock Slide. Yeah, it's Choice Band. So I could have switched immediately. However, if it was Swords Dance, I am afraid of the Swords Dance. So I figured it would be better to just take the damage on the Dusclops. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the Protect because that burned to PP. And now the Armaldo is gonna struggle. And with the choice band, that's gonna hurt a bit. Especially if it ends up critting me. Let's see. It used 4. Okay, it should be struggling now. So I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. Actually, Hidden Power was slightly stronger. Doesn't matter. And that's another trainer gone. Could have been really fast if I just wasn't so afraid of Armaldo. Like Quick Claw with Sword Stance is just really scary. Ingrid could have Legendary. Claydol. Could be Rock Slide, could be Psychic, could be Explosion, could be Swagger. Just gonna switch. We resist Psychic, we resist Rock Slide, we resist Shadow Ball. There's the Rock Slide. That means there's gonna be an Earthquake next. This Claydol actually has Psych Up. That will be interesting. Means Intimidate is not really gonna do anything. I wonder at how many drops it's gonna go for the Psych Up. Might be 2, might be 3. What, wasn't that 2? How about 3? Nope. 4? Nope. I don't know, maybe there's no AI for drops when it has attacking moves? I don't know. I mean, it's dropped enough. But at the same time, is there a reason not to keep dropping it? I don't know. I want to set up a substitute so I don't get hit by Swagger. Earthquake. Doesn't see a super effective move, so now it might go for Swagger or Psych Up. Nope, just Earthquake. Okay. And we get crit. That's unfortunate. Okay, I can just stall him completely out of attacking moves. It's just gonna be a lot more annoying to stall out the Swaggers. I guess I should have just stalled out all of the attacking moves instead of trying to make the battle go faster. I always get punished if I try to make the battle a little bit faster. Wait. Did I miscount? Just going for rock slides. I don't want to toxic this, I want to set up on it. Let me check the PP of Psych Up and Swagger. I think Swagger is like 20. Psych Up is 10. No, it's 15 for Swagger, but regardless, it's gonna run out earlier unless I get it like perfectly with pressure. Just rest stall. Sure, why not? Just gonna keep wasting turns until it swaggers, because I think it's gonna keep going for rock slides. 1 damage. There's Psych Up, now it's neutral. There's Swagger. Now it's gonna Psych Up again. But I won't let it. So you should have switched into Dusclops already, I think. So now it's gonna Swagger again. Back to neutral. Actually, I might be able to make it run out of Swaggers first. Although I might be a little bit too late by now. Just gonna switch back, protect on the Swagger, switch on the Swagger. That's 3 PP for 1 Psych Up. Didn't really keep track of the Swaggers. Doesn't matter too much. I just want it to run out of PP, or at least out of Swaggers, because I can't set up the Gyarados while I'm getting swaggered. I guess if I kept track of the PP, Then I actually could have waited until there was only one swagger left, switch in the Gyarados, get +2 attack, heal confusion with Lum Berry, and then I only have to set up for 4 turns. Oh, it missed. We get to stall extra. No double protect. Oh, is it out? Looks like it's out. It shouldn't psych up, if I'm not confused. Unfortunately, it's gonna be out of psych ups very soon. So it will start struggling before we're fully set up, but it should be fine. Even if it's only at -1. There's struggle. Okay, that does actually hurt. I did not expect that much damage, to be honest. It is max attack. How much? How much damage do I take from a struggle? Crit. Gyarados. $116? That seems way too low. Why am I taking way more damage? And the calculation is saying... Didn't get crit, right? Did I? No. Level 100, level 100. Okay, even if it crits now, it should be... I should live, probably. Oh wait, it went back to neutral, of course, because of Psych Up. But then still, it's doing a lot of damage. Like more than my calc is saying it should. I'm not sure what's happening. Is +4 enough? I probably should just intimidate it down further. But I don't feel like it. And we're at +5, so that's close enough. Alakazam, this could be Bright Powder, I think, or Focus Band. Yeah, it could be both. Not ideal. I'm just gonna go for it. And Registeel last. We have Earthquake. On to the fourth battle. It's hopeless to struggle with him. That's why you're the one who's going to struggle. Charles, probably electric types. Yes, Raichu. Gonna switch in on an electric move. If it's Thunder, we'll know which set it is. It's Thunderbolt, so we don't know. We just know that it's not Cherry Berry. At least it's not Attract. But now it should... Let's see... It can never hit Dusclops, I think. Let's switch into Dusclops. Endure, which means it's reversal. Let's see, does it want to Thunderbolt me? Yes, it does. Very nice. That's 4 Thunderbolts. This one does not have Thunder Wave. So once it's out of Thunderbolts, we can set up for free with Gyarados. That's 7. Should be 10. 2 more switches. Then we can go to Gyarados. 2 more switches into Dusclops, that is. I did just protect on Thunderbolt, right? I started thinking about something and now I'm not completely sure if I use protect or switched immediately. So we're gonna switch one extra time just to make sure. Okay, it didn't use Thunderbolt, so I think it's out. And there might be a chance that it used Endure randomly. I'm pretty sure it's out. I just don't want to get one-shot by a Thunderbolt just because I didn't pay attention for 1 second. Okay, it's definitely out. Okay, it's only attacking move. It's gonna be reversal. 5 damage. Honestly, at this point, that's more than I'm expecting. Now I'm gonna boost up my speed. Once I start out speeding, it's gonna go for agility because that's its last move. I guess because it does have Endure, it could be optimal to intimidate it further. But it's probably running out of Endures. Maybe it's already out. And I resist reversal, and it's a Raichu that's already at, what, -3? I think we'll be fine. Reversal. It's the Lum Berry set, so we couldn't miss. Although, to be honest, I would prefer if it was Bright Powder, because then we know no one else is going to be Bright Powder. Electric does not have Focus Band, Bright Powder, or Quick Claw, so that's a free kill. Shiftry could be Focus Band Explosion, but that doesn't matter. Fake Out has Explosion, or can have Explosion. There's 2 with Fake Out. But it's the last Pokemon, so it doesn't matter. We get a very unnecessary crit. This is another Bug Maniac. Liam, maybe? Yes, Liam. Starts off with Forretress, which is a kind of scary Pokemon. Could have Explosion. If it's going for Sap Cannon, it's definitely Explosion. Protect. Let's see. Protect means it's not Quick Claw, it's not Explosion. It has Counter. We don't really care. It has Earthquake, which is probably going to go for right now. Nope. Went for Protect because it didn't see a kill. I've been doing a little bit of multi-battle with AI. And I've had AI partners with Protect. And all they do is Protect. Literally the only move they'll click. If they don't see a kill, they'll just Protect every turn. Until they get 2 in a row, then they're forced to use other moves. But then they fail the second one. So then they do a 3rd Protect, and then they fail again, so there's gonna be a 5th Protect, and it's ridiculous. The AI is so terrible. You really want Pokemon that don't have any defensive moves, like no Double Team, because it's just gonna spam Double Team. Stuff like that. Like, those Pokemon are horrible. You'll just slowly watch as you die. While you're in a 1v2. The funny thing is, I had Crawdad as my partner, and the opponent had Corphish, and they both protected 4 times. And like the first one, of course, guaranteed. Second one fails. Third one guaranteed, 4th one fails, and then I killed the Corphish on the 4th field. Protect. That was very silly. Question is, do I want to set up already? The problem is double edge crit. Sounds kind of scary. Yeah, that would deal... That would almost one-shot Gyarados. Now it's going for counters. It could just keep going for counter because it's at -6. I don't know, but it feels like that changes the AI sometimes, and other times I don't know. Like sometimes they just really love spamming counter. I'm gonna try setting up. If I get hit by a double edge, I'll stop. Okay, I'll stop. That was fast. We can just stall out the earthquakes and the double edges like this. Actually, I probably shouldn't have protected there. Of course, now that I'm not setting up anymore, it's gonna keep spamming the counters. There's a double edge. I'm probably just gonna keep setting up, or I'm gonna switch until it runs out of earthquakes. I didn't count, so that might have been the last one. Then I'm gonna set up substitute and just spam, probably substitute until it's out of moves. Okay, it still had one. So I can make it struggle, because struggle is a lot weaker. Unless it's guaranteed to counter once it runs out of earthquake, but I think ghosts are also immune to counter, so it should just be random because I'm immune to both moves. Let's protect. There was still an earthquake, that has to be the last one. I'm actually... oh, it's countering. Okay. That was definitely the last one then. I'll just rest, so I'm wasting turns without spending PP. Counter. Double edge. At least double edge gets affected by pressure. Counter doesn't. It might if counter succeeds, because then you actually hit me, but it doesn't hit me, so it doesn't really target me. Like hitting isn't a requirement, but targeting is, and I guess counter targets yourself until it doesn't. This is gonna take a little while. It just refuses to double edge. But I'm pretty sure it still has a couple. Didn't really keep track of the PP. And I think likewise dark types are immune to Mirror Coat, because Mirror Coat is psychic. Maybe I should just be... Okay, there's the double edges. Or at least one. Maybe it will use more. Yeah, it's probably out of counters. There's struggle. Time to set up. And hopefully sweep. Just Steelix isn't seeing as much action. But it's really good. Just the immunity, the Thunderbolt, or well, electric. And just all the defensive synergy they have it's so amazing. But if we just get the PP stall and the opponent isn't that strong, Dusclops just makes things go faster. And you don't always have to fully PP stall Pokemon. You just have to stall the dangerous moves, but sometimes you have to stall everything before you get rid of the dangerous moves. Oh, there's the crit. But it's not double edged, so it doesn't do that much. We're at +6. This is enough HP. I hope. Actually, maybe I should have healed in case there's a Armaldo with Quick Claw. But we're fine. Another one done. So far the battles have been going pretty smoothly. Okay, right on. There's a dangerous Oko Pokemon. There's the Horndrill, and we have Sturdy. Actually didn't check which trainer we were facing. But there's not that many ride-ons with Horndrill. There's 2. No, there's 3. Actually, I lied. There's only 1 that doesn't have it. I thought there weren't as many. Okay, let's just protect here. It's gonna burn an Earthquake. Which they all have, so that didn't really tell me anything. Another Earthquake. And another attack drop. Crush Claw. This means it does not have a rock type move, which is why it went for the Horndrill. I mean, it could have gone for Horn Drill anyway. Probably. Actually, I'm not sure. No, I don't think at -1 it should see a kill with Rock Slide. Another Horn Drill. Dusclops is also immune to the Horn Drills, which is nice. Also immune to Crush Claw. And the last move is Mega Horn, which is resisted by everyone on the team. Another one. Should be one more Horn Drill. And that's the last one. So now Crush Claw or Mega Horn, probably Crush Claw. Let's see, it's already at -6. The issue is Crush Claw has the defense dropping thing. 50% chance to drop your defense. Probably I should have just been switching into Dusclops from the start actually. Because we are immune to the Horn Drill. Would have just sped things up a little bit. And there would have been more EQ switches. Or well, not more, but the other PP would be lower. Before we run out of EQs to switch in on. Yeah, it's out of EQs, so Mega Horn it is now. So of course, it's not gonna do that much damage. Even though it's a 120 base power move. No stab, and it's resisted, and it's at -6. It's only slightly stronger than Struggle will be. Okay, I think this means it's out of Crush Claws. I could have stayed in. Just spam Protect or whatever. Till it's out of Mega Horns. Doesn't matter too much. But I guess it's slightly better than tanking or to wait until it's struggling, because struggling is lower damage. Let's see. Struggle will do about 50% with a crit. Mega Horn about 60%. Does have Quick Claw. I guess if it double crits with Quick Claw. Well, the second crit has to be Quick Claw. There's Struggle. I will rest here. I can actually never guarantee that I survive 2 crits, because it's a roll to do 52%. Do I need to boost up more? I'm not sure. Probably the only Pokemon that survives at this point is Skarmory or something. Well, maybe like a Regirock survives Earthquake. But the odds of crit into Quick Claw crit are really low, so should be fine. Okay, we made it. +6. Steelix. No, Steelix is really bulky, so maybe it lives at +4? I don't know. I have no clue. Cradily. Cradily actually lives at +6. Impressive. Yeah, I guess Steelix we hit for super effective, so Steelix never lives. I guess same goes for Regirock then. For Skarmory resists. And then still takes around 50%. Dirk with the Salamence. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's another Pokemon that resists both moves. This could be a Dragon Claw. Should not be Flamethrower. So maybe I switch in Steelix. Let's see if it's Dragon Dance. I just go for a Toxic. Toxic is inaccurate. I could go for Dusclops and Curse. Let's go Steelix. Steelix hasn't seen that much action. Double Edge. Okay. Is this... actually, it could be Earthquake still. Could be Crunch Swagger. There's 2 with Earthquake. Let's switch on the potential Earthquake. Get another Intimidate. There's the Earthquake. So it could be Bright Powder with Earthquake, Air Lace, and Dragon Dance. But I think it would have gone for Dragon Dance, so it's probably Double Edge, Earthquake, Crunch, Endure with Shellac Berry. Did the first Double Edge crit and I didn't even notice? It must have. That's way too much damage from the first Double Edge. Oh, never mind. There's Dragon Dance. Let's see. Can only hurt Dusclops with Earthquake and Aerial Ace. Could keep switching, stall out all the Earthquakes, while also keeping its attack kind of low. Sounds like an okay plan. Went for Double Edge again, which is what I was expecting. There should be another Earthquake. Nope, never mind. Because it doesn't see enough damage. So now we're in the same state as the last turn, so... Double Edge? Should I make it run out of Double Edge by switching into Dusclops? Maybe. We don't take damage on Dusclops, so that's good. Another Dragon Dance. Another Dragon Dance. This time I actually gained something. I could set up a substitute. I'm not sure. I have to tank 5 and then 15. Yeah, I could tank 15 moves. If it doesn't attack on this turn. Okay, it went for another dance. I think I can stall out. I have to stall out all the moves, that's annoying. Earthquake. Oh, Dragon Dance again. That's fine, this just means I can protect again. Another Earthquake. The only problem is that it's gonna start Dragon Dancing when it runs out of Earthquake and Aerial Ace. I cannot reliably make it run out of double edges. I guess I should have maybe switched more. But at least we have more than enough HP and PP to stall out this Salamence. But it might start going for struggles. Well, it has very high attack. So I might not be able to set up the Gyarados on this. Which is unfortunate because that's what I was planning to do. Six. I think once it's at +6 attack, it's gonna be a 50-50 between Double Edge and Dragon Dance, but I'm not completely sure. Did I just substitute twice instead of protecting? It's not ideal, but it doesn't matter. We have enough HP. I think that's the last one. Got a crit, doesn't matter. I'll protect anyway. Yeah, danced again. Wasn't at +6 yet. No, not curse, rest. Danced again. That's 8, I think. I'm not sure how many boosts it has. I think probably one more. But I'm not gonna risk switching in Gyarados. It might actually not be the best play anyway, even if it doesn't hit me. Oh, never mind. 2 more. Three more. Okay. I can curse this. I would really like it if he just ran out of double edges first. But I think at this point I'm just if it's gonna keep going for Dragon Dance, I don't want to face +6 struggle. So I'm gonna go for the curse. We're guaranteed gonna have a substitute. There's a double edge. 1 turn of sleep. 2 turns of sleep, which means next turn we're guaranteed to wake up. Satu is next. Not a very scary Pokemon. Not sure if I need to protect. Can probably just curse. Can maybe set up on this as well. In that case I probably do protect. I'm a bit low on my stalling moves. Let's scout the set. Drill Peck, that's not surprising, that's 3 out of 4, so that doesn't tell me much. Drill Peck is 20 PP, unfortunately. Let's see, I'll waste a rest just to burn more PP. Now, probably want to intimidate this at least once, so I can hopefully have my substitutes survive in the future. It's 5 drill packs. That's junk. Gonna switch into Steelix. Might be a Psychic. Might be another drill pack. There's a Psychic. We resist, so that's not too much. Now there's only 2 Satus who this can be. Could be Confuse Ray. Let's just protect here. Another Psychic. Makes me think that it is Confuse Ray because the other one has Giga Drain, which would be neutral. I'm just gonna rest. Another Psychic. Back to full HP. Protect. On another Psychic. I think now I want to stall with the Dusclops, because it will run out of Psychics very quickly. It's got only 4 left. We didn't get the special defense drop. Let's see. It's another Psychic. This is gonna be the last one. And if it gets the special defense drop, it doesn't matter because it's out of special attacking moves, probably. Didn't get the drop. It does have Giga Drain, okay. Interesting. I guess it would have gone for Confuse Ray if it had it. Critical hit. Definitely doesn't break the substitute at this point. Just gonna rest now because I'm low on PP on Protect and Substitute. And if we get crit, it's fine. Even if we get crit twice, it's probably still fine. Steel Wing, that's not gonna do anything against Gyarados. It misses even. think there's still a bunch of drill packs left. Not a huge amount, but a couple. I would like to get rid of those. Maybe it's out. Gets the defense boost, but that's not gonna matter. Okay, there's another one. I think 2 more. Oh, it... We flinched because it's King's Rock. It's really liking the steel wings. Another defense boost. Okay, I'm just gonna switch to Gyarados at this point. There's the drill pack, of course. Of course. I think it has 2 PP left. So if it goes for it now, it's out. Okay. Then we can set up on the steel wings. And it's another Intimidate. Yeah, it's definitely out of drill packs. Okay, the last boost, then we'll rest. Probably won't need to rest, but better safe than sorry. Guess Zapdos also resists both our stabs, or well, immunity to Earthquake. But there's no defensive Zapdos. It's probably still gonna live though. The Zato also lived because of all the defense boosts. Interesting. Who was the last Pokemon? It's Moltres. That's the wrong legendary bird, I'm afraid. And we beat, what was it, round 19 I think? Oh, we get some ribbons because some of these haven't been used yet. 15 battle points. And we're at 133 wins. Very nice. Yeah, so I'll be using this team some more in the future. Like right now the video is already pretty long and I also have to do other stuff. I'll be doing the stream after. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll do the next round with this team because I have a couple of teams that need to do the Gold Annabelle fight. And I'll also be streaming the Frontier at some point, so I'm not sure if I'll have done another round by then. But yeah, I guess you'll see. That was it for now with this team. Didn't get to show off that much the power of the Gyarados Steelix combo, the double serpent core. Because we had Dusclops and Dusclops is just really good. And there weren't any Pokemon that were super threatening. Well, there were some. Like, we did use Steelix a bit, but it was mostly Dusclops. This showed off more how good Dusclops is together with Intimidate than how good Steelix with Gyarados is. But still, it showed off the power of this team. It was a bit slow because we had to stall a lot. Might go faster in the future depending on which Pokemon we face. Also, I'll get a little bit better with the team. Yeah, I do have another Dusclops Intimidate team in the future. It was actually supposed to be for Halloween, but I made a suboptimal play, lost the streak, didn't feel like playing again. Like, I made a play that it was fine unless I got really or quite unlucky, and then I got quite unlucky and lost. And that team really wants to play level 50, so that's not gonna show up until after Moltres team is done, which is gonna be 2 more rounds, or unless I lose like the next round. So it will also show up in the future. That's a much weaker team, and it shows off much more, really shows off how broken Dusclops can be with the Intimidate boost, I think. Or drop, I guess. For Dusclops it's a boost. But yeah, we'll see more of this in the future. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Have you used this combination? Gyarados Steelix? I think it's really good. It's just... Steelix, of course, normally is pretty hard to get because of you need to trade with a metal coat. So during normal playthroughs it's tough to get this combination. But it's definitely possible. And it's really broken. It's one of the best defensive combinations, I think. Just in the Frontier everything is a little bit different because of a lot of RNG you have to keep in mind. But it's still really strong. But yeah, we'll see more in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.